showed up this morning bright and early, still in the dark a little bit, but hopefully we can let our lights shine and raise our signs up high and just celebrate the memory of this fine young gentleman who was gone all too soon, and remind our city's leaders that it's time for a pedestrian signal at this crosswalk. It's too dangerous. It continues to be too dangerous, and we don't need any more lives lost. I wanted Carl DeYoung, our Vice President of the Admiral Neighborhood Association, to say a few words about his experiences with this crosswalk, being an immediate neighbor.
My name's Carl DeYoung, and I'm the Vice President of the Admiral Neighborhood Association. I think I have my shirt on, there we go. And I was born and raised here in West Seattle. I served on the safety patrol of my elementary school, so pedestrian safety has always been important to me from a young age. On November 14th, 2006, I live across the street, I heard a crash, a thump. I immediately came out and I saw the aftermath of this accident. It's changed me, and it's I'm sure changed everyone here. This is a very important intersection. It's a five-way intersection. There's a little bit of a curve, and it's also on a hill. It's important that we show empathy for everyone that uses this traffic byway. That includes people in motor vehicles, that includes cyclists, that includes pedestrians. We have to be not only defensive drivers, defensive cyclists, but also defensive pedestrians. We've been working for a long time, previous to this tragic accident, to improve the safety features of this crosswalk. We've been advocating for a stoplight to control this intersection, to cause a pause so everyone knows who has the right-of-way and there will be no further tragedies. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today. I'd like to thank the West Seattle blog. I'd like to thank Council Member Rasmussen and former Council Member Della. Let's be safe today. This is in memory of our neighbor. This is in memory of a rising star. And we come together as a community to prevent any further tragedies. So let's be safe. Thank you. David Della, would you like to do a few words?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you all for doing this. Katie, Carl, Tom, thank you for coming out, and Tony, who's the head of the association. It's almost like yesterday that this happened. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about Tatsuo. He was my chief aide, but he was like a son to me too. My wife and I mentored him politically. He was headed to some great things, and he was on his way to City Hall when he got hit in this intersection. In fact, we still have a picture of him in our house, and as we go down the hallway, wherever we go, we pass by his picture and always remember Tatsuo. And so I really appreciate the efforts that you have done to keep his memory alive, but also I appreciate your keeping the pressure up to get a light on this intersection. And I hope that through your efforts and through the wisdom of the council and the mayor, that we will someday see that light here on the corner of 47th and Admiral. So thank you for coming out, and I congratulate you and applaud you, and will always be supportive of your efforts. Thank you.
Councilman Rasmussen, would you like to say a few words?
Oh, thank you. Well, I was sitting next to David that day when we got the terrible news that Tatsuo had been hit by the car. It was a terrible shock. He was, as people have said, a young man devoted to public service with so much talent, and it's really a loss not only to his family and friends, but also to the people of Seattle. And I want to support the community. I do support the community in getting a stoplight here. There's a long list of intersections that need stoplights. Going through that list, I've continued to advocate for a stoplight for this intersection. There have been a lot of changes, as you can see, to this intersection since that accident. But still, I don't think it's enough. I think that we do need a light. People simply are not slowing down. They're not putting their cell phones down. I think it's still a dangerous neighborhood or a dangerous intersection neighborhood that needs this light. So thank all of you for organizing this, and we'll keep up the pressure on the Transportation Department to get a light in here, and also to get more funding for all of our transportation safety needs. So thank you very much.